Alright, yeah, good morning, guys. So in this video, I'll be sharing my view on gold because this week took a short buy on gold, and I left the trade after seeing a possible short on gold. Alright, so this month is about to end. Month to end tomorrow. So this is monthly time frame on gold, and I see that the candle will close bullish for sure, because even market is low right now. So that means when market will be opening on Monday, that will be a new month. So that means this month closed bullish on gold. So now what is the hope of gold for the month of March? What should be our outlook? So I'm going to analyze the gold on this monthly time frame so we can know what's up for next month. Alright, so I'm going to make it very simple, and even those who don't understand technical analysis will be able to learn a little, even a lot from this, not even a little. Alright, so I will say that this was our last low on gold. That was our last low on gold, and this is our resistance in gold. You can see we had a rejection at that point before we eventually had a breakout all the way to this point, and we have a pullback. We had a pullback. Okay? So I'm interested in this first point, first support and second support here, which is our new higher low. So we know we are in an uptrend. So I'm connecting the first low with the second low. Let's zoom in the safe chart so we can be sure we are doing the right thing. Zoom in. So let me draw it now. Good. So you can see that we already had a breakout from the trend line. We had a breakout here, but we had it retest. But instead of price to keep pushing down, we can see price keep pushing up here. So so why some people will ask questions like, okay, but after breakout from trend line, that means trend has changed, but this was previously an uptrend, and after the breakout the uptrend still continues. So some ask these questions a lot. Yeah, to me this uptrend is still valid. It's still a valid uptrend. Why? We need to take note of highs and lows in the market. It's very important. So after we had this breakout from up here, and this chart, this price create a new high and low. Don't forget we have our new high here. This is our new high and new low. So until price break this high, we can't expect trend to change. So we can see price even fail to retest this point and price keep pushing up. This shows to us that the trend is still valid. This uptrend is still valid. This was just a fake breakout. So there's a tendency that price might eventually still retest this point, this trend line once more again, before we now eventually see price dropping. So but right now, don't forget we are still on monthly time frame. So it is very difficult to really say what is going to happen in the market right now, if price will eventually go up or down, because this is a monthly time frame and we can see where price currently is. It's very difficult to say. So one more thing we need to note is this: after we have this big breakout, this became our new resistance. That is the strongest high gold has ever reached in history. So we can see once gold got to this point, that was August 1st of August 2011, and gold retested that point last year, July 2020, 1st of July 2020. Since then, gold has been retesting that point since July last year, has been testing that point and failed to break this point. Gold failed to break this point, and we can see that when that such case happened 2011, we can see that we had a big drop on gold. So there's tendencies that gold might also actually drop, and we have a big drop on gold too. So I'm just saying fundamentally because of what happened here in history. So there's possibility gold will also drop from this point. So but when is not the right point to either buy or sell on gold? So the best time should have been last month. You can see we had a candlestick like showing the rejection pattern on gold. So this already showed us that that February will be bearish, and it actually happened. So you can see that this month was bearish on gold. So for those who have entered early on gold, that is for monthly time frame, don't forget. All right, so now we've missed all these opportunities. Maybe you've missed this long sell. So for you that just want to enter, or let me say for retail traders or scalpers or day traders, so what is the next thing to do now? So now I'm going on weekly time frame to see other trading opportunities we have here on gold. Okay, okay, so I'll start from this point where we had the breakout from the trend line. Okay, so we have highs here. Okay, all right, good. So we have price ranging within this zone after we had a breakout, and price keep pushing up. So now where is our first low? You can see after the breakout we had a little pullback here, but price kept pushing up here. So we have our first pullback here. So that means I'll consider this as my first pullback on gold before it eventually went all the way up there. All right, so after this first breakout, 1 2 3, okay, so now this is a new resistance. Set chart. Yeah, so that is a new resistance, and this is a support. So let me change the color. All right, so we eventually had a breakout, you can see, and it eventually tested the monthly high, which I showed us on monthly time frame. It eventually tested it, and price failed to break it, and we kept having the rejection all the way from there. So now we can see price has been trying to retest the resistance, which has not on support from this point. So that means we're going to have like a double bottom. First retest, we're having a second retest on this point once again. So that means I'm still expecting some bearish move on gold. I'm still expecting some bearish move on gold before we eventually take a buy trade from here. So what I'll be doing on gold, what I'll advise on gold is this now. So it's very dangerous to enter the trade from here because it's about to retest a strong support zone. So we're looking for buy opportunities from this point. So it's either gold retest this point, then we have a buy limit order here. So it's dangerous to enter a sell all to this point because you can't predict what happens in the market. Okay, see what happens after we had a breakout here. If I have started my analysis from here, I would have actually still the same thing after this breakout. Okay, yeah, let's start selling. Price will eventually get to here, but see what happens. We have a retest and price retested the breakout, retested the resistance, and price keep dropping. Though, so you can't say what will eventually happen. Price can decided to start pulling back from here and eventually have a breakout without retesting this point. So that is why it is dangerous to take all these kind of trades where your risk is higher than your reward, because if you are taking this trade for this short, this will be the best point to get out of the market and your risk should be above this resistance. So that means our risk to reward is very, very bad. So you don't take such trades. And like I always say, gold is not for small accounts. It is very volatile because it's a very it has a high liquidity, high volume of it has a high volume. So okay, so what else do I see here happening in this gold market here? So let's go on smaller time frame to see what is happening at this zone clearly. All right, so we can see that the resistance is a very important point. So this is where we should be looking for to enter our buy on gold. So that means I'm still expecting a dip of up to 1688, 1688.468. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I see like a channel here. Let's see. Okay, this is our first dip. Okay, so if I'm drawing my channel, it will be like this. Okay, good. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, I'm able to connect the channel now. All right. Okay. I want to make sure I draw this well. All right, so this at the point of my interest, this is my first resistance. This is not the point which I considered. Please, we have my support here, so I always consider the next point that closed below this support and which price closed below this support. That is why I chose this point. So this my first touch. Those are the points I considered, and this is the next point which I considered to draw my channel, and I connected this support. So the line trend line have to be here, so I don't consider all this. So all this, just respect it all by themselves. So that means I'm still expecting price to come all the way down to retest this trend line. And if you see this pattern, it shows that our price will always still shoot up. So we're expecting a buy from this point and price to come all the way up here, and our target is here, is this first point. That is our first target, and if we eventually have a breakout, then our next target with this will be this point. So we just have to be patient until price retests this point before we take any trade on gold. So that means let's calculate our risk to reward ratio on gold, because I will be putting our pending order at this point, our pending order there, and our stop loss be below here, and our take profit is around there. So you see we have a risk to reward of 1:4, almost 1:5, almost 1:5. Should be up to 1:5. I just don't want us to use a very tight stop loss because of how good do move, because of how it do move. So I'm trying to see what happens there in the past when we had a retest here. So I'm trying to use that to calculate my safe zone, so we can see gold how it pushed all the way down to this point before it retraced up and ranged a lot here before it eventually respects this support zone. So that means all these points will still be known as a support zone. So price can play around inside this zone. Price can play around inside this zone. So our stop loss have to be below here, so before so we can be safe in this kind of trade. So that means my stop loss will be below there. Alright, good. So that's 1:4.6. So this is my projection for gold on the month of March. So we have to be patient, wait until price retests this trend line, and once price touch this point, then we can take our buy trade on gold. So what if reverse is the case on gold? What if price eventually break this point and price keep pushing down? What is happening then? Okay, so let me reset my chart and see. Alright, so like I said, we should always expect the unexpected. You're not the one that controlling the market. It is people's decision how people buy and sell, maybe due to FOMO, fear, or those who are moving the market decided to pull the market up or down. Because gold, it's a high commodity, people use this in storing wealth, and because of how high BTC currently is right now. So I think some investors on gold are pulling out. They are pulling out and trying to invest in Bitcoin. So that is why I'm thinking that is why we are having this drop on gold, most especially this February. So that is the fundamental aspect of it. So if price should keep dropping and close below this resistance, because I'm expecting my trend line to look like this, because this is my first support here. So I'm expecting to have a trend line drawn like this, because price should close below here. So if price should eventually close below this resistance, then that means price might eventually drop all the way down to this point to retest this support. That means we have a huge fall. On gold. That means we have a huge fall on gold, and retesting the point where it got to last year March. But I don't expect this to happen with this pattern forming on gold. So let's just be patient, and that is why our risk management is very, very important. You will always have losses in trading. You always have losses. You will always have losses. It's just how much you lose that matters. How much do you lose and how much do you make? So that is why you should always use a very good risk management. Don't risk too much of your capital, and don't use too much lot size that you know your capital won't be able to survive. It's very important. And I always tell some people, like, if you have accounts below $100, for those who are trading with very, very low equity, because most people do that, like trading gold self is not really advisable for you unless you just want to risk your account on, or if you have good risk to reward ratio. Unless you have good risk to reward ratio, because losing $10 on your account is too much. It's too much. All right, so I hope I'm able to explain what is happening on gold and what I'm expecting on gold for the month of March. Happy trading, guys, and if you have any question, you can always send mail to the Pip Cartel Academy, the Pip Cartel at gmail.com. I'll give you an answer, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and please like and share this video. Thank you.